Welcome to the Italian GP of Mugello, but first let's recap from Catalunya. From the previous weekend, it rained again in the sprint, so it meant we had a difficult challenge to battle with multiple riders to try and fight for a decent position. Now unfortunately it didn't quite go as planned, as our battle had resulted in a collision, sending me careening off the track and into the dirt in La Caixa corner. Thus meaning no points for me, but in the featured race we were able to respond in the dry and fight with Jorge Martin, this time beating him out quite early on and leaving him to play catch up. And after multiple laps, lightning would strike yet again. After what we've seen in Le Mans with the flag-to-flag situation, Catalunya invoked the same. And what else was invoked was Jorge Martin's decision making. Pitting on the first available opportunity did not work well in Le Mans and did not work well in Catalunya. He finishes out the points as we sail off into the distance to take our 5th Grand Prix victory of the season. We now lead with the Yamaha by 69 championship points. With that advantage in mind, we're going to skip qualifying and start from 12th place on the grid. Let's crack on for Mugello. So here we go then, skipped qualifying, starting from 12th place on the grid. Let's see what we can produce from here. It's not a bad start here in Mugello. Yep, not bad. I can see Marco Bezzecchi still struggling with the Honda. We experienced that last season with all the wheelies. Ooh, I was so close to bumping to one of the Red Bull KTMs. Oh, contact! Ooh, I thought I might have taken one of the Aprilias out there. I think it was a Costa. Have to be really careful going into the first couple of corners here in Mugello. Bit of a nudge there on the back of Aleix Espargaro. Yellow flags are out behind us, and we're already rocketing our way up to 3rd place and around the outside of Vinales. I think that's stuck. That's beautifully done. Up to 2nd place already, and only Jorge Martin to beat for the sprint win. That's a cracking start. Really pleased with that one. It's another early morning get up and play for me today, so I'm still a bit groggy, still a bit sluggish. But I'm going to do my very level best, to see if I can catch up to Jorge Martin. Now, I'll be honest, I'm expecting this one to be relatively easy. I know it was I believe it was quite simple last season. And I know it was quite easy in MotoGP 23 or maybe Moto 2. I can't remember. I've just got a vivid imagination or memory of us dominating in this circuit. So I wanted it to be a little bit more challenging today with starting from 2nd place on the grid. What am I talking about? 12th place on the grid. We're currently in 2nd place. Sorry, early morning. Yeah, you know how it goes. Anyway, back to business. 4/10 of a second. We have Jorge Martin ahead of us. Ran a little bit wide there for Bacchine. But when we get back onto the power here and then time the ride height device to perfection, should they then be able to catch up? Oh, we are losing a bit of time with the straight here. Now, I don't know if I've said this already in the intro. I haven't actually done the intro yet. A little piece of trivia for you. I actually do the intro afterwards because I'm so keen on just cracking on with it when I'm recording, and I'll think about things to say for the intro later. So yeah, the intro actually comes last. Intro comes last. But anyway, regarding today, and I don't know if I've mentioned this already, so I'm going to mention it now just in case. I did 1 lap in practice. That's all I did. The 1 simple lap, and I was ahead by a good 5/10 of a second. So you know what? I thought, let's just go to the race. Oh, the sprint. Sorry, I was hoping I could get into a Mugello Casanova Cervelli overtake there, but it didn't quite happen. I really wanted that. I do want to end this video today, or I don't want to end the video, should I say, without getting that overtake. The old classic Casanova Cervelli downhill section. Here's Scarperia, another excellent corner. Not very good at that corner. It's one of my main weaknesses here in Mugello. Track limit warning there for me. Oh, I've just noticed my MotoGP stewards is not on the screen. I don't know what's happened there. This has happened once or twice in my videos. I don't know if it's just a glitch on PC or what. I have no idea, but it's not there. So I have 1 track limit warning. I must remember that. I don't think track limits will be a concern here. I guess it will be for Biandetti 1 and 2. It's very easy to make that mistake there. But anyway, we did the one lap in practice. It was more than enough. Now it's time for us to fight. Oh, heck. Ahoy, Martin. 144.835. That was quicker than I was. But we are significantly stronger on the brakes in turn 1. Look at that. We really closed in there. 0.6 of a second that gap was. Wow. Well, I guess if we're going to be aiming to win this race, we want to be getting at least ahead going into turn 1. Because I can't seem to get through anywhere else unless... Is this the moment? Casanova, Savelli overtake. Here we go. Here's Casanova. Savelli. Oh, I bumped him. It wasn't clean. Got the line, but no. Give it him back. Yeah, he's got it. Damn it. If I had that and it made it stick, it would have been really cool. It would have been one for the archives, ladies and gentlemen. Careful on that curve. That's the second track limit warning, isn't it? It felt like I ran over on the green there. Must have just been on the precipice. Thankfully didn't quite abuse the limits. Gotta say, this Yamaha is absolutely fabulous. The way it just hooks it up out the corners is marvellous. That's another long right-hander. This is the Corontaio corner. This is Biondetti 1 and 2, which I spoke about a moment ago. Gentle into the left-hander. Gentle into the right-hander. Use that speed. Yeah, if we've got the slipstream here, we're through in turn 1. Lap 4 is when we overtake. Here we go. On the left-hand side. Fire it out. Well, I tell you what. There is nothing wrong with the speed of that Ducati, is there? God, they brake so early there, don't they? The last of the late breakers, the demon on the brakes. Martin's not giving up, is he? Still not there yet. We've not escaped him, though, that's the thing. 0.2 of a second is the gap. Martin is not able... He's sticking with us. He's not able to get through, though. But I am surprised at the sheer top-end speed of the Ducati. Are we really falling behind that much in the top-end speed, or is it just this circuit? It can be a bit misleading the way this game is. Because our engine power is at 1. I don't know what Pramac Ducati's is, but our engine power is 1. Maybe they've got 3 or 4 now? 5? But when I had the opportunity of signing for the factory Ducati team, that engine power was still quite low. So I'm not too sure what Pramac have done. But they are getting the best out of their GP24 Ducati. Let's be honest with ourselves. I did expect that coming through then. Seeing him on the right-hand side of the OLED ultra-wide, it was a matter of time. I've messed that up. Yep, track limit warnings, that's fair. Second warning there. But this is the closest we've been for this long straight. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, caught on the curb a little bit. Even with the slipstream, I'm not catching up. Yeah, but I'm sending it here into turn 1, though. Get close to that Brembo side, around the other side! Yes! It looked a bit... it looked a bit scary, that, but it didn't feel scary. It felt alright, actually. I was well in control there. And we're through again. Beautiful. Oh, a minor wheelie there. That's the first... Oh, wide! Oh, early morning mistakes, apparently. You stay up late playing games, and then this is what happens in the morning. You pay the price. 4.5 tenths of a second, though. We're all right. We are all right indeed. 5 tenths of a second. We are slowly escaping the clutches of the Martinator. I'm still not fully comfortable into the Scarpa corner yet. I think my 1 lap in practice didn't really help. Maybe I should have started at the back of the grid. I think starting from 12th is a good starting block. Oh, he's done it again. I have got to stop going wide into Corontaio. It works well for the Yamaha, but it doesn't work well when you've got The number 89 trying to get off through, but look at this. Up on the inside for Bacchini. Oh, don't push me into the curb. That's how crashes occur. Oh, here we go again then. Goodness me, I just can't escape him, and I've got caught on the curb there. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Well, this is, I tell you what, Martin is not giving up. I thought this would be a done deal by now. Ooh. Okay, that was a little bit more squirrely. And last lap then. I can't let him get through because the chances of us overtaking him have been quite slim. Oh, Martin runs it deep into Luco. He can't respond, can he? That's the way Mugello works, is the entire thing is a huge dance in Tuscany. If you run it wide into the Luco corner, you compromise your exit speed and entry speed into Poggio Secco. You get Poggio Secco wrong, you've got no line going into Materassi, and then etc, 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 all the way through the track. Martin has already fumbled it. We're on that route. Yeah, we've got it. We've got it. It's going to be another sprint victory. Back to sprint winning ways. 0.6 of a second. Surely you can't conjure something up now. 0.6 of a second. 5.5. Really tight to the Corontaio apex this time. About as tight as you could go without basically running it on the curb. Yeah, we've nailed this. Nice and gentle with BNDT1. We don't need to rush it. We don't need to panic. We've got it. We've got it. From 12th place in the grid to Marquez-esque performance. Yep, we've done it. Marvellous. Get on the power. Abuse the pit lane entrance. And then charge across the line. Fist pump in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Get in. Back on top again. To confirmation the results of your Tissot sprint. We do win by 0.3 of a second, and nobody was on our level here today. Let's see what happens in the GP. So here we go then. Back on 12th place of the grid. Ready for action. 12 laps of the Mugello Grand Prix is now underway. And it's a bad start. It's not a good start at all compared to what we had in the sprint. And then we need to be extremely brave. I just bumped one of the Hondas there. I think it might have been Bezzecchi. Oh! Oh! I thought I was going to touch the rear tyre, did you then? And instead I picked up and then got bumped by one of the Aprilias. Not as good of a start, but we have a lot of time to deal with it and to contend with what our ugly qualifying grid was. Bloody hell, look at that. They are so slow in the early stages of the Grand Prix. You've got to take advantage. You've got to be the most aggressive you can be. Be the aggressor, send the moves, and attack. And here comes your Casanova Savelli overtake. Marvellous! Absolutely done the Factory Ducati. Brilliant, brilliant recovery this. I think it is time to dance with Martin again, isn't it? It's going to be the two of us slogging it out here in Mugello. One of the most iconic circuits in MotoGP. It's the track that everybody picks when you play online, whether you're playing Ride or MotoGP. Ooh, Martin ever so slightly tight to the apex, costing him time, bringing me closer to it. Ooh, that's a track limit warning. I've been a little bit tentative in that corner so far. Wow, we were way too late at the brakes, and I carried a lot more speed than I anticipated there, but thankfully that is not a track limit warning for abuse. Well, you couldn't say abuse really. I mean, this isn't also, if you were wondering, that is the pit lane entrance, and that's exactly what the MotoGP riders use, so that's fine. If you're wondering why I keep using that and not getting a warning. Whoa! Oh! Wow, I tell you what, that paid off. Thought Martin was going to hit my rear tyre then. Alright. Do the business, Jorge. I'll play some following. I'll be Marc Marquez to your Alex Marquez. For now. Ooh, could we do it? Was that really a third track limit warning? Oh, good lord. I was going to suggest a Casanova Savelli overtake. But again, the positioning is not right for Martin. on the inside into Arrabbiata 1? Not possible. We go for the second Arrabbiata in just a moment. Keep on that right hand side of the tyre. Would you like to downshift to second gear here to get a nice powerful drive? And he messed up. It's usually when you try and explain something it usually goes wrong, doesn't it? Very true. Now out of the Pelagio corner. We've got Correntino to contend with here. Ooh. Ooh, I like this prospect that's opening up here. Nice wide sweeping line. Wait for it. It's going to be Lorenzo Marquez-esque, isn't it? No, not quite. Not quite got the confidence to send it into Biondetti 1 or 2. And we're already building a gap to Aleix Espargaro. So no matter what happens here today, I will only lose a maximum of 5. Well, I guess I could crash, but I don't really crash that often. Oh god, I hope I'm not playing with fire by saying that. But I'm not really a crasher. I'm pretty respectable in that regard. 45.4 then. It's not a particularly great lap, and there we go around the outside. It is beginning to feel really comfortable. That I know it looks extremely sketchy when we're approaching Martin at 200 plus miles an hour, slamming on the brakes, dangling a right down easy boot out. It looks scary, but it feels rather in control. I've done that quite a few times now against Martinator, so it's quite okay. But we're already asking big questions of Jorge Martin. I just want to put a good lap time in. I want to know what we can do here, whilst the soft tyres are still good. I think Mugello is one of those tracks where we will feel the effects of the soft tyre. One of those tracks that is quite abrasive, which will eventually begin to wear down. Do we play the long game? Are we patient? Do we fight it out with Jorge Martin? Or do we just try and break free? One thing I am concerned about, though, is that those track limit warnings. 3 within 2 laps is poor. Really poor for my standard. Way too many. I think I've just got another one. The lap before I was just saying about teaching you guys and explaining what I'm doing in those certain corners and then immediately making that mistake. That was in reference to Scarfaria. Now, I've just done it on a track limit warning. I think we've got a game plan here for it. I think the next lap, I don't know. I guess we'll wait. We'll see when it happens. The long lap penalty loop here in Correntino is extremely easy. And it's so easy that I probably would imagine we'll lose no more than a second and a half. I remember once playing with Sacred Meerkat, and he did it in 0.8 of a second. That's all he lost on his lap. So it is possible to not even lose the lead here on a long lap penalty. However, we don't have a long lap penalty yet. So, dilemma. I guess I'll ask you guys now to answer in the comments section. Would you just abuse the limits now, get it over and done with, or would you just try and be on your best behaviour now to the end of the race? I'm thinking on the former. I think let's get it done. Let's abuse the track limits and get it done. You know, you could even it would be wrong, but you could cut a corner, not fully, or ever so slightly just nick a corner and say, you know what, I'll just take the long lap penalty. I guess that's tactical in a way. It's a bit scummy, but I guess it's a way of doing it. I'll just wait till I make that mistake. If I feel like I'm going to make that mistake, then I'll just go with it and then do the penalty. And there it is. There it is. I was way too wide. I could feel it the second I got onto the power then. Right then, do we lose the lead to Martin? We do. But only briefly. Ooh. Fancy the move right. Martin's like, what? Already? You did the long lap penalty? Good lord. Now then, it's back to business. Lap 4. Martin has the lead. And there you go. Evidence in the top right hand corner of your screen there, ladies and gentlemen. We lost 1.2 seconds on that lap. So at the very least, it looks like we made a mistake. That's good. Although that consistency of lap times now looks absolutely awful. Ooh, sorry, Martin. That was a little bit aggressive. So, yeah, he's got back in front. Everyone's fair. Everyone's happy again. I had to hit the brake a bit there just to avoid hitting him. I don't want any more track limit warnings. Around the outside. Ooh, well played, Martin. He sort of went in wide with me there to avoid us getting back on the inside. Fair play, Jorge, fair play. Can't really disagree with that. Casanova Cervelli. Ah. Come on, Martinator. The fans want it. Do it for the aces. Oh, whoa. Threw it up at the inside. That was actually rather aggressive. I mean, Pop calling the kettle black after I just hit him in turn 1. But yeah, you get the point. We've got a game on our hands here. Yellow flags out behind. No idea who that is, unfortunately. It doesn't tell me on the left-hand side of the screen. I do hope for the new MotoGP game. I think on the previews I did see, I think there's more names on the timing tower. I do hope that's the case. I think if we get all of them on the left-hand side, it'd be helpful. It'd be really helpful for me for a content creator. That way I can explain to you what's going on and the championship positions, etc. It's very helpful. More information, the better. On that left-hand side, out of Bacine once again. This is lap 5. Martin has the drive. And he's actually pulling away there, look. When we went on that back straight, it was about 3/10, and then it was 3/16. Not Stone Cold Steve Austin 3/16, but it was 3/10 and 16,000 per second. And we've just casually gone round the outside there. Marvellously done on Jorge Martin, the world champion in real life. Of course, we're the world champion in my game. And we're already through, we're already ahead. This has been a problem. Oh, I spoke too soon. And that's a very rare time I look behind me there. I just didn't want Martin to bump into the back of me. I've seen a clip recently. It was actually on Formula 1. I never watched Formula 1. I could not care less about the sport. But it was a clip where someone was driving, and then basically what happened, the whole clip, the purpose of the clip was that he got sacked for winning the race. Anyway, long story short, the driver just could not stop looking behind him, and it was driving me mad. I remember seeing other people do that as well. I know Charlie does it in our Discord server. He's a habit of looking behind himself constantly during a race. It's probably something I never do. I only do it if I leave the track. If I've gone too wide, then I'll rejoin in a polite manner, let's say. That's the only time really I'd look behind myself. Other than that, I don't need to know. I'm focusing on everything ahead of me. Too many things to think about, at least anyway. Commentating, talking, chatting, you name it. All whilst racing. I haven't got time to look behind me. Anyway, here we go then. Out of the Bacine corner, and Martin has a slipstream. We're losing 2 or 3 tenths here just from slipstream alone. We are nowhere near those 44s like we were doing in the sprint. Beginning to see some movement on the rear tyre. I know the Yamaha is a little bit aggressive on the rear. It's something I've been discussing a lot recently with the new change to the Yamaha. And I like it, I really do. I think having that extra power, it allows me to be even more sensitive and relaxed and gentle with the power, compared to full throttling it like I was doing quite a lot with the Honda last season. Ooh, I don't know if Martin has made a mistake here, or if we've just set this superior pace, this 0.2 of a second that's coming in right now, which is quicker than we have been earlier. This might be the big blow. Ooh, wide. Careful. Now, before this video started, I took a look at the rivalry pages and whatnot in the social media. Not really been paying attention to it all that much. But Brad Binder said he was going to beat me here today, and, well, the evidence is on the screen. I'll say no more about our virtual South African friend. Beautiful intermediate 1. Beautiful intermediate 2. This could be a good lap here. And speaking about sappers, actually, want to say a big thank you to Craig Dickinson, Hades, part of my moderator team in Discord. He joined me in the Knee Down podcast the other day, and if you're not familiar with Knee Down, it's my MotoGP podcast, a MotoGP YouTube channel I'm sharing with Dan and the Race Media. So, yeah. If you want to hear me talk about real-life MotoGP, head over to Knee Down after this video's ended and watch me go through a Brembo barrier there. Did you see that? I basically went through it. Wow. Thank God there's no collision detection on that. That would have been a horrific crash. I'm seeing some empty stands there in the... yeah, empty seats on the grandstand to the left-hand side of the screen. That's a shame. Yeah, definitely doing their business now. This will be my, what, 6th win in a row? Wow. What a season with Yamaha. When was the last time a Yamaha rider won 6 races in a row? Did Rossi do it with a Yamaha? He might have done. He definitely did it with a Honda. Unbelievable. Ooh, again, close to the curb there. Just gently pulling it. Oh, that's the best Scarperia I've done. That was lovely. Right to the apex. Absolutely lovely. Oh, Alex Marquez is out. He's not having the form he's having in real life, of course. He's doing bloody marvellous in real life, isn't he? Start of the season, I said that Alex Marquez would win a featured Grand Prix this season, and I am 100% certain that is definitely going to happen. Just got to find the right moment when Mark is also not on fire, which is probably looking unlikely now. He's going to be on fire all the time. But out of the final corner then, this is lap 9, or lap 8 should I say. I'm going to get comfortable on the chair again. Quite easy to do when you're on the long straight at Mugello. Thank you very much for Mugello's massive straight. And nice into San Donato for turn 1. Beautiful. Going really well this. A little bit too easy as a matter of fact. And thinking about it, we do have the winter test, the official Mugello test after this video. And I am going to stick to what I said in Jerez. That's wide. Apologies, let me readjust. Oh, again, another track. Well, no track limit warning. It looked like I was close though. Sorry. Anyway, I will stick to what I said. We are not going to do the test for Mugello. Whatever bike I'm given, I'll just take. It doesn't matter to me. If there's a way to not take the upgrades and have it underperform, that would be better. Or I'll just skip. Give me any bike, it doesn't matter to me. I'll pick Spec B now, it really doesn't matter. And then we'll see what we can do for the season. But I don't want this game to be any easier than it already is. 6 wins in a row. Yeah, that's incredible. I think that's more wins than we had last season. Or it's tied the amount of wins we won last season. It's the Marquez season, isn't it? The rookie 2013. Good, amazing rookie season, wins the championship, and then the next season is absolutely incredible, like one of the greatest seasons in history. That's what this is going to be like. Amazing. Ooh, just picked up the bike a little bit prematurely there. Now I have been feeling a little bit of front tyre wear on the right hand side of the soft front, but it doesn't seem terrible, it just seems like it's noticeable. Let's say it's noticeable. I think over the past couple of laps, I'm beginning to notice a small change where I just can't brake as hard as I can into turn 1. And then out of the Poggio Secco corner, there's nothing wrong with the Yamaha's grip and stability. Just think how many times we were wheeling with the Honda last season. If you guys didn't see the Honda season, I implore you to check it out because it was a great season. Went all the way down to the final corner in Valencia for the final race. It was brilliant. And it would just materialise from Pecco being a mile down in points. I was 50 points behind at one point, and we just basically bounced back and forth. It was awesome. But the difficulties I consistently had was struggling with the wheelie. Every single race I complained about the Honda and its wheelies. And of course, I didn't do much about it. It was a fun thing to have that difficulty, because the more difficulty we had, the closer the competition became. So it was actually a good thing. And now you're seeing evidence with having a really solid bike like the Yamaha I'm using right now. It is absolutely wonderful to ride, and hence, therefore, plenty of race victories. Soon to be added by one more here today, it seems. Into the long left-hand side. Power on. A little bit over the line. Again, as I mentioned earlier, That's the pit lane entrance, so you're well in your rights to do so. And across the line, that's our best 145 for a while there. Hard onto the brakes, nice and calm. Do we see that front tyre get any hotter than green? No, we do not. Still as smooth as anything. So a quick look down the order. I was just about to mention that there's a quite an interesting fight going on somewhere, I think, for third place. Looking at the map, it looks like you've got Binder, Espargaro, Acosta, and then it would have been Vinales all bunched together there. Clearly, something's gone wrong for Maverick. And judging where I was on track, it was probably what? Turn 1, turn 2, maybe turn 2 was it? Probably crashed around there. So maybe a bit of collision. But also I'm not seeing anything come up with the race stewards about it. Oh, Espargaro's gone now as well. Wonder if there's been another big crash like we seen last time. So the new podium then is myself, Martin, and Brad Binder, who is currently 10, and I repeat, 10 seconds behind us in this race. That is a dominant performance, and it's also dominant for Martin. That means he's about 8 seconds clear from Binder. Big performance this. I've really enjoyed my time here in Mugello. Bike is feeling really good. It feels a little bit loose around Correntaio, to be honest, but nothing to be concerned about. Across the line, yeah, we drop into the mid-45s again, but honestly, this is job done. We can have it. We can take it easy now. We can chinwag about anything you want to, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one more lap before victory beckons us here in Mugello. The 6th win of the season. So it means it is going to be one of those historic seasons at this rate. 2019, Marc Marquez, Valentino Rossi 2003. Every single race, either first or second, but one. I hope my but one doesn't come in somewhere. But I've already had the second place. That was in Qatar, of course, where Brad Binder dominated the competition. He was about 10 seconds clear of me, embarrassing me in that Qatar Grand Prix. Rhyming accidentally. That's Arrabbiata 2 tackled successfully. Oh, little wheelie there for the aces. Why not let it fly? And there's Scarperia. Here comes 11. This is the Pelagio corner. Not a bad lap time, actually, for considering where we are. Have a look at the front tyre, though, in Correntaio. It does feel a bit rumbly. Oh, it does. It gets rather warm, doesn't it? Oh, good job I've not really been paying attention to that. Might have been a bit sceptical. Well, here we go. Oh, no. I was just about to mention, literally about to mention, we've done really well here because we haven't had a single track limit warning since the long lap penalty. Oh, the game knew my subconscious. It knew I was going to try and say that. It jinxed me anyway. Here we go. Across the line. Victorious once again here in Mugello. So there you are then, guys. Thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. What a performance. What a race. I thoroughly enjoyed battling with Jorge Martin. But what does it mean for the championship? It means we're now 77 points clear of Jorge Martin. What a job. Guys, thanks for watching. See you next time for the next video. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.